Joe Biden on the brink of winning the presidency. Updated vote totals within the last 2 hours showing the former vice president's lead in Pennsylvania growing slightly to nearly 29,000 votes now. In Arizona, Biden's lead shrank to almost 30,000 votes today. He still holds a 22,000 vote advantage in Nevada. In Georgia, just 4,000 votes separate the two candidates.
According to CBS News projections, if Biden wins Pennsylvania or any two of the other remaining states, he would surpass 270 electoral votes, the number needed to win the presidency.
CBS News' Michael George reports from Wilmington, Delaware tonight, where the former vice president spoke just hours ago.
Ken, Liz, in his address to the nation, former Vice President Joe Biden didn't declare victory, but what we heard was essentially his victory speech. He talked about his plan to beat COVID and his hope to bring the nation together. Meanwhile, President Trump focused on the lawsuits he hopes will bring him back into this race. As presidential election ballots continue to be counted in key states, Joe Biden spoke Friday night.
We don't have a final declaration of victory yet, but the numbers tell us it's clear, tell us a clear and convincing story. We're going to win this race.
He offered a message of unity.
It's time for us to come together as a nation to heal. It's not going to be easy.
Biden has pulled ahead of President Trump in two key states, Pennsylvania and Georgia. The former vice president leads by just a few thousand votes in Georgia.
With a margin that small, there will be likely a recount in Georgia.
As soon as the Democratic challenger pulled ahead in Pennsylvania Friday morning, the Trump campaign issued a statement. This election is not over. Friday evening, the president tweeted, "I had such a big lead in all of these states late into election night, only to see the leads miraculously disappear as the days went by. Perhaps these leads will return as our legal proceedings move forward." While Joe Biden watches the results here in Wilmington, Delaware, his campaign officials are already starting to work on a transition team. Around the country, supporters of both candidates continue to protest. From a Count Every Vote parade in Washington, D.C., to the Maricopa County Election Office in Phoenix, Arizona.
He's the one who's going to fight. I mean, it's Trump.
Biden is also ahead in Arizona and Nevada, while President Trump is still leading the vote count in the battleground state of North Carolina. And another development as the White House hangs in the balance. CBS News has learned that President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, who's opposed wearing a mask, has now tested positive for COVID. In Wilmington, Delaware, Michael George, KPIX 5.
We are still awaiting word on whether anyone else in the president's inner circle may have tested positive. This video shows Mark Meadows in close contact with the First Family and administration members at Trump campaign headquarters on Election Day. That's him on the far right of your screen, and he was not wearing a mask.